Good morning, crafty friends. It's Sue, your not so crafty crafter, and I'm here with a few cards for Saturday Morning Makes. If you're not familiar with Saturday Morning Makes, it's a crafty collaboration type of group that Jill Norwood from Greenwood Girl Designs started a few years back. And basically, it's just a place where you can come and feel safe and share your creations. I'm a paper crafter, a card maker, so that's what I share. If you make jewelry or you paint or you crochet or whatever your craft is, feel free to come here and share it. Jill has made this such an amazing place for us, so I appreciate that. This, I think, is my second video this year. I didn't share a lot last year, but I'm trying to kick it up a little bit. First off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you what I used, and then I'll show you what I created. Not a lot went into this. This I got yesterday at Hobby Lobby. I actually got two of them. It's just on a cord. It's just cord for jewelry making. If you're watching the haul videos, you'll know Hobby Lobby is starting to do their spring clearance stuff. My store didn't have anything in the paper crafting section yet. And there was some home decor, but nothing that caught my eye. I know I didn't check in the material department for the ribbon, but someone else had posted a ton of the ribbon and the tulle and stuff is getting marked down. In my store, it was jewelry. There's like 3 aisles of jewelry stuff, and I would say about a third of it so far has been marked down. These are originally $4.49. I got them for 74 cents. I thought that they would be comparable to the cording that I get from Stampin' Up!, which is a natural twine, very thin, and I love it. I have like 4 or 5 rolls of it, and I buy it every time I have an order and I want to go just a little over and get to a goal, which I'm no longer selling anymore, but I still purchase it if I want to even out my order. How's that? I will add a roll of this twine. So good stuff. But this, I'm not going to lie, it might be great for jewelry. I had a really hard time adhering this. In fact, I had to change up the way I did one of my cards because this just would not stick to the double-sided tape I put on the back of the panel to hold it, and glue wouldn't hold it. So I had to do something different with the second card I made. But yeah, if you're a jewelry maker, probably a great deal. Next, I used some of these. I got these at scrapbook.com a while ago. I have 2 packages of them. I'm just sharing the unopened pack. The other pack is in a little Ziploc baggie. This is from Dress My Craft, and they're these cute little heart bits. I don't know, golden heart sequins. I would say most of them are open, but there are some solid pieces in there. I don't know if you can see that little one right there. There's solid pieces in there as well, but they're very, very tiny. So I dug a few of the solid ones out and used those. Put that back in my Halloween basket. Next, I used this Sizzix Tim Holtz die set. I used Love and Story. I created a love story. These have the shadow and the word die, and they're a little eclectic, more like a scribble. And I like that. It's a little more rustic, maybe not eclectic, but a little more rustic. And that's why I went with the twine around the card as well. So there's that. And then for my base of my card, I know a lot of you know I work for our school district as a paraprofessional. And we had a couple of snow days where the kids had to go virtual and online, which meant as a para, I had to be online as well. But the way it worked for us is we had our computers up and ready to roll and ready to jump in, and it had to be open for the full shift. But we could do other things so long as we stayed close to our computer. I just needed to wait for a text from my boss to say, hey, your student is here. We need you. Can you log in? And all I have to do is hit join on the Google Classroom to do, what's it called? A Zoom. So, but my student waited till his mom got home after work to do his stuff, so I wasn't needed. So in the meantime, I did some scribble painting, if you will. This is a watercolor coloring book. I want to say this came from either scrapbook.com or Simon Says Stamp in a mystery box, and it may be that. And there's like 24 sheets, but it looks really thick. It looks like there's a lot there, but it is on watercolor paper. And some of these images are so pretty, and lots of floral. There's lots of good stuff. These look like poppies, fruits, teacups. There's lots of great images in here. So I picked one that I really liked that I thought would be a little bit easier. This would be nice, but the big flowers would be easier to do, but these leaves would be a little more detailed in these smaller flowers. So I went with something a little less detailed and came up with my panels. And then, of course, I used my craft tacky glue, which I'm loving this more and more. And I'm debating, I have this, but I can never get the nozzle cleared out. You see, this is dried in there and I can't get it to come out. I'm thinking about, this is Nuvo drops, Nuvo glue. I'm thinking about getting the glue press, but I don't know. I'm liking this craft tacky glue. So long as I keep it upside down, it flows nice and free. So that's what. Oh, and I used some Stampin' Dimensionals from Stampin' Up as well. I also used this little baby. This is Studio Katia embellishment wand, kind of like a crystal katana. Just a Studio Katia brand. Keep that right there on my tray. And then for my card bases, I used a piece of very vanilla cardstock from Stampin' Up, cut in half and then folded. So you got an A2 size card. And here are my cards. I kind of went askew because I wanted to showcase the flowers in this one. And then I did this one again in as much of the empty space as I could. Here is the ribbon. Here are the little hearts floating around on there. You can see it didn't adhere very well right here. So what I did with this one is I used Stampin' Dimensionals. And then actually what I did is I put a little bit of double-sided tape on the back to hold at least the first piece of twine so I could wrap it. And then as soon as I had that piece adhered, I put a Stampin' Dimensional over it, wound the twine, and then put another Stampin' Dimensional closer to the end. So there we have it. I don't typically do the inside of my cards. I probably should, but the front is my main focus when I'm creating. So there you have it. I hope everyone has a great day. The weather here has been fabulous this past week, in the 50s, really. And we had one day, I think it hit 60. So it's been awesome. I have loved not having to go out 10 minutes early, excuse me, to scrape off my front windshield. That's been a little slice of heaven for me. But this week it's going to go back down into the 30s and 40s. We may have one day where it hits 50, but next weekend it's supposed to snow on Friday and then 40 on Saturday. So we'll see how that plays out. Kids only have a 3-day week this week. Thursday we have meetings, and then Friday we have off. This is also state wrestling weekend coming up. We have 5 students from our wrestling team make it to state this year, which is amazing. We always have kids make it to state in the wrestling. We have the best wrestling team, the best wrestling program. We now have female wrestlers. And I mean, not just 1 or 2. We have an entire team of female wrestlers, and one of those made it to state, and out of state, she made it to 7th place. So we have an amazing wrestling program. So next weekend will be exciting to watch that and see how our guys do. And that's all I have. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Enjoy your time. And if you are enjoying nice weather, get outside and have a blast with it. See y'all next time. Bye.